On the wedding day, the Mediterranean sun shines as brilliantly as anyone could wish when Grace arrives on her father's arm, past guards of honor from the visiting British, French, Italian, and American warships. A few minutes later, the bridegroom arrives. Now, almost for the first time in months, the blare of publicity is silenced in the beauty and dignity of the nuptial mass. The bride waits at the altar, and the bridegroom comes forward to join her. A quick smile from the prince, and the ceremony is due to begin. The Bishop of Monaco conducts the marriage service.
Ego conjugum vos in matrimonium in nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen.
Now comes the moment for the exchanging of rings. The bishop hands one to the bridegroom, who is a little nervous. Grace helps him put it on.
The vicar hands one to the bridegroom, who is a little nervous. Sylvia helps him put it on.
The greatest archers to a tavern on the green. They vowed to help the people of the king. They handled all the trouble on the English country scene and still found plenty of time to sing.
Robin Hood. Bloody rubbish, innit? And it's not right, is it? Eh?
Oh, I don't know. It's cheerful enough. Nice and breezy.
But they're Yanks.
Yeah, well...
Well, Americans, them singers. So-called singers. What do they know about it?
Not much, I don't suppose.
He's English. Robin Hood is English. At least he was when I was at school. So it's not right, is it? Oh, they take over everything and everybody. And it's about time we stood up to them. And that sly Arab, what's his name?
Nicer.
He's not even a Christian.
Not many are.
What?
It's a disgrace.
What did we fight a bloody war for? Who won it? So say. Now look what's going on. Have you asked him yet? Have you asked him to go, eh?
Who?
The dirty little bleeder shaving the hairs off his dirty little chops.
How could I? Hasn't been time.
It's no use you rolling your eyes up like that. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. And there's no two ways about it. And there never has been. Mustard.
Lots.
I'm a tolerant man. About little things. About most things. And I like intelligent company, which I don't get much of.
Oh.
But there are some things in my house, right under my nose. I'll tell you this.
I'm afraid you do yourself an injury getting into this sort of state.
I'll do somebody an injury, all right. Some sly little, dirty little...
Who are you talking about?
Who do you think?
Well, what is it you think I've done? What are you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say what I want. What I'm telling you... What I'm telling you...
Tell me, then.
You can't even wait for his body to go cold. Sneaking up them stairs to that Jezebel, up there.
Her name is Sylvia.
I don't care what her bloody name is. What I do know is what she is. A slut. A mouthy little slut.
You were talking about the girl I'm gonna marry.
Frank, you don't know what you're saying!
Mary? Her upstairs? You must be out of your... You gonna do that before the funeral or after? I want no more filth in my house.
Don't worry, I'm going.
Something for the tart.
And Vicky, he's mad, you know. He's certifiable.
I wish he was.
You wish what?
And you're a fine one to talk. If you're thinking of throwing yourself away on that girl upstairs. Oh, Frank! For goodness sake, stop and think. What will your poor mother say?
No, she won't be very happy.
And what about your career? You're going to Oxford and that?
I know.
Listen, Frank, listen to me.
Well, there's not a lot to say, is there? It's a question of honour now, Aunt Vicky. I'm not one to trifle with a lady's heart.
What you done? Made her pregnant or something?
Aunt Vicky!
And how'd you know it's yours? She's been around a bit, that girl.
Please. Please don't.
You might be daft, Frank, but you don't have to be blind as well. She'd have the rag and bone man if he gave her his horse's feed bag.
You don't know her. You don't know what you're saying.
Christ, you've only known her 5 minutes. When you start doing it, Frank?
Start doing what?
Creeping up the stairs and having it off with her.
Stop it!
Come on, Frank, the truth.
You don't... No! You've got it all wrong.
You're not trying to tell me you weren't up there last night.
That was the first time. And I went up there because I want...
Because what?
I went up there because I wanted to tell her that I had realised that love is more elusive than mere physical attraction. And I didn't want to make the same mistake Pushkin had made. Never mind. The point is,
The point is, you went up there to talk that sort of, I don't know what, the day after her poor bloody husband is squashed flat outside the pub. I bet she was glad to see you.
Well, she started to laugh and...
I bet she did. Oh, Frank, you are such...
And then she cried. Oh, she cried enough to break you a heart. If there's one thing I can't abide, Aunt Vicky, it's a woman in tears like that. It tears at you, pulls at you. And I forgot everything I'd gone up there to say. Everything. Well, she looked so lovely. And I put my arms around her. I didn't realise how much of the animal is in me, Aunt Vicky. A beast I am. She was in her nightie, and I was in my pyjamas. I've been so lonely, baby. I've been so lonely. I've been so lonely.
Sorry, sir.
What's the matter? Are you ill?
No, sir.
Not the stomachache.
No, sir.
Good. Good. Ah, Hopper.
Sir?
Got to get out. Get out.
If you hear somebody knocking on your door, if you see something falling across the floor, baby, it'll be me. And I'll be looking for you. If you see a head a peeping from across that hole, if you see somebody climbing up a telephone pole, baby, it'll be me. And I'll be looking for you.
Get out.
Gonna look on the mountains and in the deep blue sea. Gonna search all the forests, looking at the trees. If you feel something heavy on your fishing hook, if you see a funny face in your comic book, baby, it'll be me. And I'll be looking for you.
Get out.
Well, if you hear a voice calling out in the night, if you see somebody hanging from a lamppost bright, baby, it'll be me. And I'll be looking for you. If you see somebody looking in all the cars, if you see a rocket ship on its way to Mars, baby, it'll be me. And I'll be looking for you. Gonna look in the cities where the lights are blue. Gonna search the countryside, all the haystacks too. Well, if you see a new face on the totem pole, if you find a lump in your sugar bowl, baby, it'll be me. And I'll be looking for you.
Concentrating, are we?
Yes, sir.
I very much hope so, Hopper. You'll not leave this room until those pages are translated.
Yes, sir.
We'll all be here until midnight, if you ask me. When is Berry's replacement coming? I need some beavering. And somebody to empty my out tray. Though I suppose whatever scruffy little bugger they do deign to send us will be just as keen to fill my in tray as well.
Harry. Harry, we need some more hands, really we do.
Only one clerk? Where's that? We can't cope with all this with only one clerk.
Private Francis is waiting tables in the conference room. Operation Musketeer, yes?
Yes, yes.
And Corporal Berry is dead.
Ah, yes. Poor chap. Poor chap. That reminds me, I've drafted a letter to his... I think he was married. The right thing to do, yes. After all, he... Do we have his address on file?
Bit awkward.
How do you mean?
Chap you'd ask that sort of thing is Barry himself.
Ah, yes, quite. Bit of a conundrum, what?
Which is a good example of why we need a new General Office clerk and tea waller, Harry. Now. Today.
Permission to speak, sir?
Yes, yes.
Private Francis lodges in the same house as the corporal did, sir.
What of it?
Well, Sir, he'd know the address as he lives there himself.
Good thinking, Hopper.
Thank you, sir.
Absolute bloody genius, Hopper. Why didn't you find the lowest common denominator next? They've been looking for it for years.
Private Francis. Yes, but... Yeah, yes, he's in the conference room, isn't he? Where is this house, or whatever it is?
Fulham, sir.
Fulham.
Oh, there are some amazing places in the world, Harry.
Oh, a quip a minute, aren't we? I was just trying to work out if it was possible for Hopper here to get there and back during his luncheon hour. Tube or bus, off his tea kitty, deliver CO's letter of condolence, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yeah?
Since Private Francis lives in the same place, sir, and will be going home this evening, why not let him...
Private Francis may be very late, the way those sessions are going. And I would prefer Mrs. Berry to receive her late husband's commanding officer's letter of sympathy sooner rather than... Oh, I spoke to Archie last night. They seem bogged down upstairs. No spring in the heel. We just can't seem to... it's all very shocking. Wallace, did you know we only had 5 squadrons of troop-carrying planes? The Hastings and,
Vickers Valletta.
That's the one.
Harry, what do you mean?
Well, that's only enough to carry 1 parachute battalion with all its support arms.
Come on, you're not serious.
Time is of the essence. Time is of the essence, and they're running into one damn deficiency after another. I can't believe it. There's NASA putting his fingers to his nose, and we can't seem to get our hands out of our pockets.
I'm not denying that everything I've said this morning from the parachute brigade angle isn't disappointing for you, and irritating too. It's a measure of how we've been feeling for quite some time, to be honest. You ask about the Champ, the new British equivalent of or update on the American Jeep. Well, the damn thing's too bulky when lashed for a parachute drop. You follow that it has to be lashed on a platform under the plane, yes? Well, it's too big. The landing wheels of the bloody plane won't touch the ground. Excuse my French. Of course, it's only our people who have to lash cargo under the plane. We ought to be able to load and discharge through the tail. The Americans can, and so, if you'll excuse my French, so can the French themselves with their Noriplus plane. And now we're told that on top of all that, the new self-loading FN rifle is being withdrawn from our para-battalions because sand will jam the reloading mechanism.
I think we need a rather more positive tone, don't you?
I'm sorry, sir. I've been asked to put the position as the parachute brigade sees it. We want to go in. By God, we do. But of 16th Brigade, 2 of our battalions have been in Cyprus for a year and have done no drops. We don't parachute against Ioka. We're rusty and under-equipped. That's the fact of the matter. If you're asking us to drop on the canal base to cut down the delay in mobilization and movement of the main body of our forces, then you are also in logic saying that the paratroopers would have to hold out for how long? As long as Arnhem?
It seems to me we are beset by difficulties which are not wholly of our own making.
No, I don't want to do this. I'm not going to think about it.
Come on. In charge, flanked by a European officer, 6 letters.
Oh, shut up.
Well, what's short for in charge? Come on. That's how you work these things out. I see. That's short for in charge. Now, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't care.
Ah, but I think the answer will amuse you. You've got I see in the middle of the 6-letter word, right? So what we've got left is a European who is a 4-letter word. And I can think of quite a few of those, eh?
This where our Atterbow is. They told me.
Might I ask who you are, miss?
What for?
Because it's my job, miss. I'd like to know anyway, wouldn't I?
In there, is he? What the police out here for? He nicked or what?
Yeah, for doing crosswords and disturbing my peace.
What?
Let her in. Let her in?
You related to it?
Not bloody likely.
He's charged, all right. Manslaughter. But it might be even more serious than that.
Good.
Don't say that. Oh, don't say that, Sylvia.
I say what I bloody well like, you dirty old drunk.
Blimey, you sound like a relative. What do you want to see him for, sweetie pie?
He's Vic to me, isn't he?
Yeah? What about? I'm sorry, Mrs. Barry. I didn't realise you were... You have my condolences.
Tart, well, I'll go in then.
Well,
Good morning, Mrs. Berry. I'm glad you could come.
What? What?
I don't know you very well, Sylvia. Not very well at all. But I just wanted to give you my commiserations. And,
Yeah, well... I'm upset, of course. It's hit home hard, isn't it?
a terrible thing. Terrible accident. Of course, I'm very upset about it myself. I'd never had the pleasure of meeting your husband, of course. But, a bit late now, I suppose.
He was a nice bloke, my Pete.
What you got to chirp about? If I was on that table in this bloody house, you wouldn't catch me chirping. Oh, wouldn't it be nice to fly away? Wouldn't it just?
I've been so lonely, baby. I've been so lonely. I've been...
Yeah.
Hello, I'm looking for...
She's not here.
What?
The girl upstairs.
Mrs. Berry.
Every time I sit down for a cup of tea.
Christ almighty.
Sylvia,
Yes, Mickey.
how do you call your lover boy?
Come here, lover boy.
And if he doesn't answer?
Oh, lover boy.
And if he still doesn't answer?
I simply say, baby. Oh, baby. My sweet baby. You're the one. Baby. Oh, baby. My sweet baby. You're the one.
Excuse me, but,
Yeah, you were
at the Palais. Sylvia Berry, yeah?
Frank's friend. What was it? Mickey, yeah.
Oh, Mike.
Mike. Yeah, microphone.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry, I... Listen, it's a terrible thing what happened to... Well, I mean terrible.
Yeah, it was. Over there, that's where it was. There's still blood on that on the pavement. It's disgusting.
Only I've just been to your place.
Yeah?
Delivered a letter.
Yeah?
From his... Or from your... From his CO, Colonel Burnwood. You know, his sympathies.
Is that all?
Pardon?
Well, you can't spend them, can you? Sympathies.
No, true enough. Things gonna be a bit rough, are they?
Oh, I managed somehow.
You're,
Yeah?
Frank, he's... Well, you and Frank.
Frank? He's nice enough. You're a mate, isn't he?
Well, in a way. No, not really. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as that. I can see why he fancies you. If I may say so.
You may.
Do you go there a lot, then? The Palais, I mean.
Well, I got the funeral and all that to think about.
Oh, I didn't mean it.
Oh, no. I see what you mean. No, I don't go there, look. No one to go with, have I?
What about Frank?
He's a bit doolally.
Yeah, he is a bit.
How are you, old bean?
Fine, fine.
Don't let them worry you.
Who? Don't let who worry me? Who? Who? So. Made me jump.
Come, Harry, you didn't jump. Altogether a slower movement. Not unlike the head of a tortoise.
What?
Emerging from its carapace.
What?
Shell, Harry.
It's good of you to find the time to see me. Oh, what'll you have?
Oh, I'll make do with the Glenmorangie, if they have it.
Oh, this place has one of the finest selections of single malts in the kingdom, Cecil.
Good. I wasn't casting aspersions upon your club, by the way. Heaven forbid. Very fine old place.
Cecil, I want to know what's going on up above.
Amongst the cherubs and archangels, Harry. Same old bugger, I should think.
No, Cecil.
With lutes and flutes and harps thrown in. My God, that steward is absolutely intent on taking no notice of you. Why is that?
I wish you'd... Cecil, please. You have the ear of so many in high... The planning conference is not going well, apparently. Mobilizing, moving, equipping the chaps. Constant changes of timetable and destination, and the whole army wants to go into Alexandria. But it has to be port side, Cecil. Now, is all this bluff or what?
Harry, could you arrange to have that steward transferred to Madame Tussauds?
I hope I'm not out of order, Brigadier.
Why don't you concentrate on your own job?
I can't, I can't, Cecil. For a moment yesterday, I almost did something which I never contemplated I could ever... Anyway, God help me, Cecil, I was severely tempted.
Why, what do you mean?
I mean...
For heaven's sake, put your hand down.
What? Oh, yes, but what about your drink?
I think the steward needs it more than I do. Poor old bugger.
Cecil, the accumulating evidence on my desk from my team shows that the Soviets may well be disposing themselves to make threatening gestures in the Middle East. I mean, the increase in volunteers, so-called, in Egypt, and the movement of troops south.
Yes, yes, oh yes.
Well, I wanted to hold this stuff back. My bit of it, anyway.
Harry, are you all right?
They're such a spineless lot, you see, the politicians. They'll back down, Cecil. And I know this. I know it for sure. If we don't stand up for ourselves, for our history, for our rights, if we don't go in... Oh, Cecil, they're looking for an excuse not to invade Egypt. And I think...
Rot. Absolute rot.
What?
Precisely the opposite is the case. What we desperately badly want is an excuse to go in, not to stay out.
Are you sure?
Well, Nasser's no fool, you know, in a way. He's been the soul of moderation vis-à-vis the UN and all that. The oily bastard.
Oh, it's terrible, terrible.
If only the ships weren't still passing through the canal. Harry, we said they couldn't run the installations, couldn't provide the pilots. There were over 200 of them. Only 40 of them were Egyptian. After the others left, well... It was always supposed it took 2 years to bring a navigator up to scratch. What happens? The very next bloody day after our bloody people left, Harry, they piloted through more ships than the daily average.
Well, it's uncanny.
So bang goes that excuse. And then our civilians, employed by Suez Contractors Limited at Tel Al-Kbir, Faid, those places. We could move in if they... They've not been harassed. Not a dicky bird.
What's he playing at, Cecil?
Well, the simple fact of the matter is we're hard-pressed to justify what it is we know we want to do. And the Americans, oh, they're very pie about it all. They are twisting our arm, Harry. They really don't want us to do this. The ungrateful sods.
Yeah, well, I don't even pretend to understand, but when all's said and done, we have to look after ourselves. Either we are or we are not our own master, and this is the time to find out. It's been, yes, keeping me awake at night. I love this old land of ours, Cecil, and any humiliation of it is... But I'm glad about this chat. I find it very... Your feeling is we're really not going to blub. We're going in.
We're going in.
Only God above. Oh, that is such a load off my mind. You're sure? You're absolutely sure?
Hush, hush, old stick. Bombers are due over Cairo next Thursday.
Oh, that's... Oh, my goodness.
They're going to drop leaflets, Harry, with a cartoon of Nasser running away.
You require something, sir?
No, but he does.
cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you.
Amen. Mrs. Berry, Mr. Berry, Mrs. Berry. Beautiful day. You must have been very proud of, as we are of all our servicemen.
What the heck is that?
Football, sir.
You mean soccer?
Yes, sir.
But it's summer.
It's the first Saturday of the season, sir. Fulham must have just got a goal.
Yeah?
Oh, they're good, sir. They've got the highest score in attack in a football league. Hayes, Jezard, Robson, Leggett. They're really something. I was...
So sad. So sad. Young lives, young lives.
Oh, Pete, Pete. Come back, Pete.
Oh, life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again, shaboom, and hoping we'll meet again. Oh, life could be a dream if only all my precious plans would come true. If you would let me spend my whole life loving you, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Now every time I look at you, something is on my mind. If you do what I want you to, baby, we'd be so fine. Oh, life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise up above. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Shaboom, shaboom, ya-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, shaboom, shaboom, ya-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, shaboom, shaboom, ya-la-la-la-la-la-la-la, shaboom. Shaboom, shaboom, ya-la-la-la-la-la-la, shaboom, shaboom, ya-la-la-la-la-la-la, shaboom, shaboom, ya-la-la-la-la-la-la, shaboom. Oh.
2-0.
Oh, my... Oh,
Bugger!
oh, I'm very sorry indeed. I was thinking about mortality, see? And my foot sort of... Oh, Christ, man! I think I've broken my bloody leg.
I would put up with unfriendliness from my family, with poverty and disappointment, living in a garret, having nothing to eat, but
So many graves. So many graves.
Well, it is a shagging cemetery, isn't it?
Death closes all.
What?
Tennyson, sir.
You? Remind me of my niece.
Death closes all, but something ere the end. Some work of noble note may yet be done, not unbecoming men that strove.
Shut up.
Sir!
The sooner he's checked over, the better. I must say that this is not the sort of day I... Well, Mrs. Berry, I'm sorry we didn't meet under happier circumstances. I know what you must be feeling.
Thank you, Colonel.
My best wishes to you. And my sincere condolences.
And to you, sir.
You okay in back there?
Yes, thank you, sir.
We just have to find this hospital, Lisa.
That's okay.
We won't be too late, honey.
But late, though.
Decent bloke, that Yank. The only one of the officers to bother to turn up. God knows what he thought of Frank. Isn't he a Burke? Oh, sorry.
What for?
Well, you and him. I mean, he's sweet on you, isn't he?
Is he?
And you on him, aren't you?
Am I?
But I mean, to fall into the...
Poor old Pete. He would have killed him if he could have got out of that coffin.
Not half.
Well, I better be on my way. So thanks for coming.
You've been very brave.
Me?
Well, I think so.
Which way are you going? Only I could do with some company.
You know you said you'd never seen a cloud shaped like a piano?
Please, Lisa. Enough.
Well, I just saw one.
Ah, but did you smell the heliotrope in the air?
What?
Oh, I beg your pardon. I forgot who I was... Sorry.
Do you know the seagull?
Permission to speak, sir.
Holy. Go ahead.
Trigorin says it. He makes a mental note so that he can use it to... Oh, what does he say? I snatch at every word and sentence I utter. It's when he's speaking to... Oh!
Hey, are you all right?
Oh, yes, miss.
Is he your favorite writer? Chekhov!
Amongst the Russians. Or almost. In drama. But for me, the one in Russian, I mean, is Alexander Pushkin.
Oh,
he's...
Pushkin! You go for Pushkin?
Holy mouse.
7 letters, come on. Third one is an S, and the last one is a D. What's the matter? Too difficult for you, eh? You'll never make Inspector, will you?
Harold, you'll only offend them. You can't afford to do that.
The case is collapsing. It's a colander. Won't even hold a whittle.
Harold!
It'll probably be reduced to dangerous driving. You see.
There won't be a damn Rosa out there on Monday morning.
What do you mean?
The way you speak.
What about it?
Oh, go home. Let me be. Go. Fed up with women, I can tell you that. Utterly fed up. I'm giving up the organ. I'm giving up the ladies. I'm going to volunteer for the bloody army. Be a man.
You're too old, Harold.
Not to fight the bloody wogs and jippos, I'm not. Come on. Come on. Something, something S. Something, something, something D.
Try bastard.
A time of exceptional pressure. Mason, we're here in this little room to keep a pretty damn sharp eye on the Red Army while we biff the Egyptians. Yes? Think of it as yes, well, I think that just about, you shall be pretty clear about everything, Mason?
Sir!
Yes, wondering why you're here, eh?
Sir!
Well, we've had a series of unfortunate... I mean, this office has a high casualty rate, Mason. We're going down like flies. That's why you're here at such short... Yes? Sir? One death, one set of broken bones. That's 2 out of 3 of our clerks. And the other has only a day or 2 left. An unacceptably high ratio, Mason, when we're up to our eyes in work. All I can hope is that you, at least, survive.
Over here, soldier. Come along, sharp about it.
Sir!
Which way are you going? Only I could do with some company. He always kept half a bottle of bells for special occasions. Not that we ever had many.
Cheers.
Cheers.
What will you do? Will you stay here or what?
I don't know.
Well, there's no need to hurry about that sort of...
Frank says he'll look after me.
He can't even look after himself.
Yeah. He's nice, though. Kind.
Oh, yeah, he's nice enough.
You sound jealous.
Do I? Perhaps I am. Who knows?
Don't seem right on the day they put poor old Pete in the ground. But God, you got to live, ain't ya?
Yeah, that's right. No, but it is.
I was going to suggest... Well, I wouldn't mind putting a record on. Do you like music?
Do I like music?
Yeah, but what sort?
The sort where Moon don't rhyme with June and you're not up to your backside in bloody buttercups. Songs that aren't about your mum and dad. A bit rough. A beat that busts up the old way, the old stodge. The Empire. And knowing your place. And excuse me, and the dressing up, and doing what you're told, and not once being asked. And not once...
Papa!
Sir?
How about the very bloody drinkable?
Yes, sir.
Oh, how happy I am to think that we shall be seeing each other soon. I shall see those wonderful eyes again, this indescribably beautiful, tender smile, these sweet features, the expression of angelic... Lisa.
Shoot me a slug from the wonderful. 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 Need anything for the weekend, sir?
Well, I want a lot of loving. Oh, well, I want a lot of hugging. So, baby, can't you see that you were meant for me? I want your loving, yes, sirree. Well, I want a lot of hugging. Oh, well, I want a lot of kissing. So, baby, please proceed to give the love I need. I want your loving, yes, indeed. Well, I want you, I love you, I need you so much. Why don't you get out with that magic touch? You send me, you thrill me, baby, you're so fine. I want your loving, baby, all the time. Baby, I want a lot of loving. Oh, baby, I want a lot of kissing. So, baby, don't forget, I'm gonna get you, yeah. I want your loving, oh, you bet right. Well, I want you, I love you, I need you so much. Why don't you give out with that magic touch? You send me, you thrill me, baby, you're so fine. I want your loving, baby, all the time. Oh, baby, I want a lot of loving. Oh, baby, I want a lot of hugging. So, baby, don't forget, I'm gonna get you, yeah. I want your love. Oh, you better.
Hi.
Oh, it's wonderful of you to visit me.
Well, why not? You're the first guy I've been able to talk with about the things that I brought you some books. Lermontov, Proust, Nietzsche, and some T.S. Eliot, if you want something lighter.
Oh, but that's... Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You know, you're really nice.
And so are you.
Gee, we've got so much to talk about.
Yes. Yes, Nietzsche for one.
Oh, the Maxims. Sure.
Ultimately, one loves one's desires, and not that which is desired. That's one.
Is it true, though?
The two are very difficult to separate. I myself have been in love with the idea of love. Oh, but that is the path to shame and perdition, Miss Trecker.
Lisa.
But... Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
But I know what you mean. In love with the idea of love.
You do?
But when you meet the real thing,
Yes.
well, it's sort of... The horizon tilts.
The horizon tilts.
Or the earth moves.
Hemingway.
Hemingway.
Oh, it's so good to have a real conversation. Lisa.
My father told me that I'd never... I'm sorry, this sounds real intimate. Lisa, he said. You'll scare off every dang boy you meet with those dang books. Oh, he's a Philistine, Daddy.
But what does he do? For a living, I mean.
Oil.
Beg pardon?
Oil wells in Texas. He owns a lot of wells.
Come to the station, jump from the train, march at the double down Lover's Lane. Then in the glen where the roses entwine, lay down your arms, lay down your arms and surrender to mine. sweetheart is a soldier, as handsome as can be. But suddenly they sent him away across the sea. So patiently I waited until his leave was due. Then wrote and said, my darling, I'll tell you what to do. Come to the station, jump on the train, march at the gobble down Lover's Lane. Then in the glen where the roses entwine, lay down your arms, lay down your arms and surrender to mine. A soldier is a soldier, and when he's on parade, an order is an order and has to be obeyed. You've got to do your duty wherever you may be, and now you're under orders to hurry home to me. Come to the station, jump from the train, march at the double down Lover's Lane. Then in the glen where the roses entwine, lay down your arms, lay down your arms and surrender to mine. The girl who loves a soldier is either sad or gay, 'cause first of all he's with her and then he's far away. But soldiers have their duty to answer to the call, and that is why I'm calling the loudest of them all. Come to the station, jump on the train, march at the double down Lover's Lane. Then in the glen where the roses entwine, lay down your arms, lay down your arms and surrender to mine. Lay down your arms and surrender.